Hello, check. All right, people, I believe we are finally live. Yes, welcome to yet another session of casual conversation with Pahul. If I am audible and visible, please write you in the chat box. You know the drill, yes. And I have no idea what goes wrong with this camera. Last time I was able to stream via 4K. This time it's not letting me do anything above 1080p. That's why I had to change the entire stream settings and everything to get this to work. But anyway, I hope 1080p is still fine. The frame rate is 30 fps. 60 again was lagging. I don't know what's the problem. The cable's gone bad, or maybe I have to put it in a different port. Whatever. Anyway, I hope this can work. Now, the fan is running at quite a high speed. If you can hear the fan in the background, let me know. I'll reduce the speed of the fan. It's running at 5 right now for ventilation. But yeah, you can you can let me know if there's something off with the entire thing. अखिल नहीं भाई, मैं बैंगलोर में ही हूँ यार. बैंगलोर का मौसम छोड़ के कोई कहाँ जाएगा मेरे दोस्त. I hope the focus and everything is fine यार. Auto focus नहीं रखा मैंने. I've put manual focus today because if it's in autofocus mode, then if I do this, then it'll start jumping around. So yeah, whatever man. Still not 100% convinced with the quality of this camera. It's an imported Logitech 4K live stream camera, but पता नहीं क्या है ये. और बताओ जनता, what's going on in life? I hope everything is good. By the way, a lot of you are taking JEE this year, I suppose, and if you are, then all the best for the upcoming session. It's just 4 days from now, isn't it? Yeah. Tanay, yeah, well, in Kerala and Bangalore, in Kerala and the coast, even in Mumbai, I think it has started raining, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, well. Sasi, yeah, man, whenever I tie my turban, I tend to tie my beard as well. Nitin, yes, man, I know, and that is why I choose to stay in Bangalore. It's pleasant weather. Right now, it must be what? Let me check. Right now, it's 26 degrees Celsius outside. चिल है भैया यहाँ पे मौसम. रात को पंखा नहीं चलाना पड़ता सोने के लिए. हाँ तने, I heard in Hyderabad also the weather is getting better. Monsoons around the corner. I think relief is due. Karthik is saying I have a week for JEE. What to do? Bro, just chill man. In a week you can't do much. Just make sure you're waking up on time and you are awake during the time slot of the examination, and that's it man. Just be used to using your brain during that time span in which you have to take the examination, okay? Nitin, why man? अखिल, लास्ट टाइम हिमाचल में कब गया था यार? काफ़ी टाइम हो गया मुझे. मैं गया था 2020 नवंबर एंड या दिसंबर टाइप्स. हाँ, तभी कभी गया था यार मैं. एक सेकेंड, इज देयर समथिंग ऑन माय स्पेक्टिकल्स? ओके. साजा, विच एरिया मैन? Sankar, I know man, this is a very common feeling that will happen to everyone before the examination, since the exam is just around the corner. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely natural to feel nervous during this time, and that nervousness is what will keep you awake, to be honest. Because see, exams are generally very boring. If you see the question paper of some examination that you do not have to take, then you'll get bored by reading like 2 questions. So this nervousness is what will keep you awake in the examination, so don't worry. Sasi, yo, what's up man? See, I remember all of your names because I've seen them earlier. नाम याद रह जाते हैं यार. Vikas, 99% I'll upload the next vlog tomorrow. Actually, you know what happened? The next vlog is in the city of Kodaikanal, a very beautiful hill station in Tamil Nadu. Now the problem is that while doing that ride, my GoPro's mic failed. I literally had to replace that mic. It didn't work anymore. So when I was editing, I realized I've lost so much audio, and I was just trying to figure out what to do. So ultimately, I have to do like a voiceover. So yeah, hope chal rahi hai editing uski. Most likely tomorrow I'll be done with it and I'll upload it. Vishnu, I haven't really seen the videos of that bike, nor have I ridden it, so I won't be able to give you any reviews, man. In my, if I had to buy a motorcycle in that price range, I would go for a KTM. That's just my. I like the performance that KTM has to offer. You might be saying that the KTM is more expensive, but there are very good deals in the second-hand market for KTMs, and KTMs are pretty reliable. I have one myself. You'll get a very good deal for a second-hand bike. So yeah, that's just my take. Nitin, yeah, man, there are a couple of videos that I took from Chamba on catalysis, yeah, during that time itself, I think, or during some time, I don't remember. Kab kiye hain wo videos. Hey Bhargav, it's not a new bike, man. Bro, that photo I posted on Instagram, that's not my motorcycle, that's someone else's bike. In the riding group he has the Ducati Panigale V4S, and I was like, okay, I want to take a picture. It's a V4, not a V4S. So that's not my motorcycle, man. The other Ducati that you're looking for, it was revealed in that tiny little clip. We'll talk about that some other day. Tanmay, as I told you, man, I have some rides planned coming up. थोड़ा घूमने फिरने का मूड है अभी मेरा, तो जब घूम फिर लूँगा और वापस आ जाऊँगा बैंगलोर, then I will start working on Cook It Out. Jagdish, yo, what's up, man? Aditya is asking for the best cruiser under 8 lakhs. If you are talking literally about a cruiser, then if you are a slightly more mature rider, then I would suggest the Kawasaki Vulcan 650. It's not a very popular choice anywhere, but the Vulcan 650 is a very good motorcycle. It does not sound really good. That's one thing with the even firing order parallel twins of Kawasaki. They don't sound really amazing. So the Ninja 650, the Versus 650, the Vulcan 650, all of them have the same engine, and it doesn't sound any spectacular. It just sounds like like some, yeah, it doesn't sound great. But when it comes to performance, it has really good performance to offer. Reliability, Kawasaki engines are super reliable. You can run them for lakhs of kilometers without any major problem with them. So yeah, that is something that you can go for. Otherwise, you can get your hands on an old Harley. If you want a cruiser just for the city, you can get like an old 48. That might be a good deal. An Iron 883, that might be a good deal if you're into Harleys. If you want something lighter, then you can go for the Street 750 as well. That's also a bike. But in the older models of the Street 750, I'm not sure about the new ones, there were issues with the engine after 40,000 kilometers. Like it demanded a lot of service after like 50,000 kilometers on the Odo. These are a few options that you have, man. If there's anything else that I'm forgetting, please let me know, okay? Sasi is asking, what are your next plans? Where are you visiting next? See, I will disclose exactly what my plans are on my vlogging channel very soon, in the coming week or so. Alright? Right now, all I can say is I'm going for a long ride, and at this time in the year, that ride is very popular. Like, if you see any motor vlogger these days, they will be doing that ride. I'm pretty sure all of you have, whoever of you follows motor vloggers, you've already figured out what I mean to say. So that's my plan. I'll start from Bangalore and go all the way, and that's the plan. The plan might just go off the charts. I mean, not off the charts. The plan might not happen because of COVID. I can see that there are 12,000 new cases today in the country, which is a 30-something% increase over the cases of yesterday. And if this keeps on going, then there will be lots of restrictions across the borders of the states. there might be partial curfews, night curfews, etc., and that might just kill my plans. So, yet to be seen. Let's hope for the best. And again, people, I'm trying to answer your questions. I saw my previous conversation session actually, and I realized that I'm rushing through. I don't want to rush through. I sound very, in a hurry. I don't want to be in a hurry today. So whatever question I read which needs an elaborate answer, I will try to do as much justice to it as I can. That might mean I won't be able to read all of your messages. That's true anyway. So please don't mind if somehow or the other I'm not able to read your message. Okay, fine. Dhyanesh is saying, what rules were there in the previous casual conversation sessions? First rule was obviously wearing a t-shirt. I did not like to wear those t-shirts, man. Like, be it at Vedantu or at Unacademy, I was always sort of unhappy wearing those t-shirts. I want to carry my own style, man. And if you've seen my earlier videos on Vedantu JEE channel, you see me wearing all sorts of different clothes every single day for the videos. I liked to dress up. I liked, getting ready, going to the office, and I like shopping for clothes. I used to. Then COVID happened, then these mandatory regulations for wearing a t-shirt while taking classes from home and all of that thing. तो उसके बाद से यार अच्छे कपड़े पहनने बंद ही कर दिए. Now a lot of t-shirts that I have from that time don't fit me. I'm not that thin anymore. I've gained some weight also because I haven't been working out for a very long time. जब से कोविड आया तब से ऊपर नीचे हो गई दुनिया. अब कोविड क्या कर रहा है पता नहीं कब जाएगा. I have no idea. But anyway, excuses aside, yeah, man, that was the main rule that I had to follow. The other rules were, of course, I couldn't say bad things about people. I still don't want to. I still don't have bad things to say about anyone. But वही थोड़ा यार, I had to be a little more politically correct. I had to make sure I don't drink Coca-Cola in front of you. I mean, there was no written rule like that, but since there's a brand that's being shown to you, they might have a problem with it, etc. Soy is asking a very interesting question. Which one would you go for, the Duke 1290 or a Street Fighter? If I had the money for it, obviously the Street Fighter, man. It's like, what? Duke 1290 is 170 horses, if I'm not wrong. Please correct me if they've updated the newer version. But the Street Fighter is 200 something horsepower, man. Ducatis always look the best in my eyes. So, yeah. Venkatesh is asking, why do your parents not live with you in Bangalore? It's a very interesting question that you've asked, my friend. And the answer to that is just, there's no reason behind it, honestly. My father works in Chamba. He has his job there. So he's there. I used to have my job here. Now I've set up everything. I've got a lot of stuff around me. Lots of automobiles as well, which I need to take care of. And if I choose to move back to my hometown, I won't be able to service my motorcycles at all. If they move here, they'll have to go through a very big change because they've already been living there for a very long time. It's just nothing that we haven't thought of it, to be honest. We are just happy in the respective situations that we are in. And maybe later it happens that my parents and I start living together. But I don't know, man. I really don't have a proper answer for that question, to be honest. Shashwat, no, I haven't ridden any electric superbike till now, man. I want to try, but pata nahi yaar, kaisa hoga experience. Jagdish, chalo, that's great, man, that's great. Golu is asking, bhaiya, running versus gym, which is better? See, in my personal opinion, I would always go for strength training over running. but it depends on what your goals are. Okay, if you want to prepare for a competition, if you want to prepare for a sport, then running has to be a part of your routine. If you just want to build muscle, if you just want to build strength, then go to the gym. Okay, the thing with both of these exercises is that you need to know what's the proper form to do these. Okay, I see a lot of people just putting on running shoes from Adidas or Nike. Okay, good, but then they start running just like anything. They don't know the techniques of running, they don't warm up properly, they'll just run on any surface, and then eventually they end up hurting their own knees. Younger ages you won't feel that, but later on in life you will realize you've been doing something wrong. So there's a technique to running as well. Okay, you have to land on your toes properly to run better. That's one of the techniques. Of course, I'm not an expert, so you please take the help of someone who knows how to run if you're starting that. Gymming, another part, if you do screw up your technique of running, your knees will pain, you will realize something's going wrong and you can stop. Okay, it won't be a very huge damage immediately. But in the gym, when you're lifting such heavy weight and you lift weight with the wrong technique, you can literally cause permanent damage to your body. There are so many people who do back exercises, they lift heavy weight but they don't know how to lift it, and they cause problems like lumbar sprains to herniated discs, and that's very risky. So if you are going to the gym, you should know how to do the lift. Okay, so बाकी आपकी प्रायोरिटी क्या है उस पर डिपेंड करता है यार. मेरे को जिम जाना ज़्यादा पसंद है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. आज भी जाके आया मैं. I did squats after a very long time in the gym. Felt really nice. Nitin, okay man, I didn't know that. Thanks for your review. See, because I gave you the suggestion from when I was in that company, right? तो उस हिसाब से मैंने suggestion दिया था. Now what's the situation? I'm really not sure, man. But whatever the case may be, the material that those guys have to offer is really good. So if you have the material, then make sure you use it. Okay. Bhargav, that's not true, man. That's not true, bro. No clarification about a false statement, buddy. Yeah, Tanmay has a different review than you, Nitin. So yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you ended up with the wrong teacher. Maybe they didn't orient you properly into the sessions and set your expectations right. I'm not sure. Aditya is asking a very nice question. I like questions related to riding, obviously. So Aditya is asking, sir, at what age did you start doing long rides, 150 to 200 kilometers and more? And was it hard for you to convince your parents? So at what age did I start? See, I purchased my first motorcycle after I got my job. So that was in 2016. But at that time, I got a motorcycle just for the sake of learning how to ride. Okay, so that was a Hero Passion 100cc motorcycle, very common on Indian roads, very reliable motorcycle. You can literally ram it into a wall and it will still run absolutely fine. Please don't try that. But yeah, I had that for about a year before I sold it off and bought the 390 Duke. And that is when I started doing long rides. As soon as I purchased my 390 Duke, the next day itself I did a ride of 250 kilometers one way and then came back the next day. That was to Coorg, beautiful place around Bangalore. Karnataka is full of these nice places to go. Is it raining now? Yeah, it's raining outside. I love it when it rains, man. Somehow rains make me very happy. Even though there's lots of trouble associated with the rain, one of my rooms gets flooded with rain. I'm on the top floor, there's nothing to guard the rain from coming in, even though there's a balcony outside the room. But yeah, coming back to the topic, so 2017 I started riding, and in 2017 कितने साल का था मैं भैया, मुझे उम्र कैलकुलेट करनी आती नहीं है यार, रुको. Yeah, I was 24. So yeah, when I was 24, I started doing those rides, and as soon as I purchased my Duke, I did the Coorg ride. Then on the Duke, I went to Pondicherry. That was a long ride. It's around 400 kilometers from Bangalore. Yeah, and I did a bunch of rides on the Duke. Then I took the Duke across the country. Okay, after riding it for 6,000 something kilometers in just like 3 4 months. Okay, I bought the Duke in June, July, August, September, and half of October. So yeah, July, August, September, 3 4 months. I had done 6,000 kilometers, and then I took it for a very long ride across the country, 12,000 kilometers in just 50 days or something. So yeah, since that time I'm doing that. Now the second part of your question, was it hard to convince your parents? I didn't convince my parents. I just told them I'm doing this. They were like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "I'm doing it. Please make peace with it." And my parents have always been very supportive of my bizarre, unconventional ideas. Now it's very conventional to take a motorcycle and ride across the country, but at that time it was not so popular, so to speak. But my parents have always been supportive of me. I showed them literally that this is the helmet that I got. It costs this much. I got a riding jacket. It has protection everywhere. I got riding jeans. I got knee braces. So you know they can protect falls of really high speeds also. I got nice riding boots. I showed them everything. You see, this is the precaution that I'm taking. Don't worry. Eventually, the more I ride, the more they realize that I like doing this and I do this on a very regular basis. They became fine with it eventually. Acha, by the way, all of you who are taking J in the upcoming few days, all the very best. Finally, you're going to be done with that. It's a relief. No matter how your exam goes, I'm sure it'll go very well. You'll pass with flying colors. But as soon as the exam is done, it there's a sudden feeling of relief that goes through your body. It's very nice. Bhargav is saying, any comments on Toyota Supra? I wish we got that in India, man. I wish. Hydrogen car le lo. Hydrogen, yeah, I'm sure you have read about hydrogen as a fuel in your hydrogen chapter, and you know the limitations of it, right? It's very heavy. For the same amount of energy that gasoline can generate, you literally have to have like 4 or 5 times the weight. I might be wrong on the number, but yeah, limitations, man. तो अभी तक तो कोई हाइड्रोजन गाड़ी है नहीं अच्छी जो आती हो मार्केट में. जब आएगी तो देखेंगे. टेस्ला का वैसे ही चक्कर चल रहा है. टेस्ला is not able to get into the Indian market because of all the import restrictions and high custom duties and everything. And then if they want to set up a plant in India again, there's lots of bureaucracy involved. So वो भी कुछ तो चल रहा है. Let's see. Dhyaneshwar, in my experience, they actually don't. Although when you apply for an MBA, they do ask for your 10th class and 12th class examination marks. It does carry a certain weightage somewhere in the process, but for the majority of the people, in my experience also, not very important. मतलब आज मैं realize करता हूँ कि मेरे 10th class में how much percentage did I have? I don't remember. 80 something. Yeah, some 88 something percentage I had in 10th class. Himachal board examination. There was a paper of drawing जिसमें मेरा गंदा नंबर आया था. There are these exams, right, where no matter how good you do, they still deduct your marks. तो वैसा examination था. Anyway, तो हाँ, अगर 88 की जगह 68 भी आया होता ना, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, honestly. Karthik is saying Indian bikes over Africa twin. See, there is no big, big engine Indian bike. I don't know why, but Bajaj, Hero, these companies, they're not making anything above 400 cc's. The biggest Indian, okay, you have Royal Enfield 650, that's fine. But anything bigger than that, it doesn't exist, man. I want a liter class motorcycle that makes like 100 horses or more. There's no Indian bike that does that. I have no idea why. Like Bajaj, Hero, Royal Enfield. These are literally the biggest companies in the world. You know, in the top 10, you'll find these three companies, top 10 motorcycle manufacturers across the globe. You'll find these companies. They have really good sales number, they have really good profits, they have really good market capturing. But somehow they don't want to make bigger capacity motorcycles. It won't be a profit churning business, profit generating business for sure, especially in the beginning. It might get some loss, but that loss can be compensated for by the volume that they're doing in the smaller segment. I don't know, man. Why? Like they would really dominate their global presence if they were to bring higher capacity motorcycles, but they don't. Literally, if Bajaj comes up with like a 1100, 1200cc motorcycle tomorrow, it will be way cheaper than all the foreign motorcycles. It will be way more reliable because Bajaj, you know, their service network. I would love to get a motorcycle like that, but banayenge to na bhaiya. Johan Matthew is asking, how much do you earn by making videos? Right now, I'm not earning anything by making videos, bro. The plan is to start earning eventually, but the biggest problem I have in my life with anything is consistency. I'm not consistent with uploads, neither am I consistent with live streams. I'm not consistent with anything. So I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm still trying. I'm not there yet. And the day I become consistent, the money will start flowing, man. So, fingers crossed. Sanju, you take a guess, man. Nitin is saying, how to become a researcher if I give J and I get a good college, and what if I don't? See, no matter where you go, whatever college, the professors are essentially researchers. Okay, professors are not teachers. Professors are working on a lot of research. So you just do your work under a professor. Just approach any professor whose work you like. Okay. For example, if you like organic chemistry, just an example. Okay, you just go to the professor of organic chemistry. There will be 4 or 5 professors of organic chemistry in the college. You just approach them, whoever you like, and ask them, sir, I want to do a project under you. They'll definitely give you some space. Maybe not through your academic year, but in the summer holidays you might get space, sometime in the winter, some part-time, whatever. It'll definitely be possible. Just continue working with them and analyze whether you like that or not. I also wanted to do so. I also wanted to do research, and then at the end of my first year I tried to get a project under one of the professors, but he had already chosen another fresher, so he wasn't able to take me. Thankfully. Because eventually we realized that the professor was good at taking classes, but in the laboratory he was very, very strict. So strict that you had to live your life in research. You couldn't do anything else. And second year I did a project in organic chemistry under some other professor. It was a project related to DNA synthesis and synthesizing artificial DNA that is resistant to certain molecules. Eventually helpful in drug research and all of that jazz. I did not like the vibe of the entire research culture, so changed my directions after that. तो हाँ भाई, तुम भी ट्राई कर सकते हो, प्रोफेसर्स के अंडर काम करो. एंड दिस गाय हु आई टोल्ड यू, हु हैड गॉन अंडर द फर्स्ट प्रोफेसर बिफोर आई वाज एबल टू, he is still in research. He went abroad after his 5 years of course in IIT Bombay, and then he went abroad and he's still pursuing chemistry. क्या कर रहा हूँ मुझे पता नहीं, but yeah man, being a researcher is actually not difficult if you actually want to be a researcher. Professors are looking for people who want to get into research. Very easy for you to do so. Okay, बढ़िया. विकास यार, मेरा ओपिनियन तो ये है कि आप अगर ऑफलाइन कोचिंग कहीं ढूंढ सकते हो ना तो ढूंढो. Okay, my opinion is if you can find an offline coaching around you, then definitely go for it. Because see, online coaching is great because you get amazing teachers online, that's the beauty of online coaching, online teaching, that it democratizes education. Yeah, you might not like the teacher in your school or your coaching, but you can find 20 different teachers online and study from whoever. But the advantage of offline is the environment that you are in, and eventually in life you will realize that the environment matters a lot, no matter what you do. Okay, so If you're studying online, you're alone, you don't know who to compare yourself with. But if you're in a coaching institute, you have hundreds of people around you. You will definitely make a circle of like 4 or 5 friends. Preferably make friends who are studying, who study better than you, so that you know those guys serve as constant motivation. And yeah, basically offline coaching में material भी मिलता है. You will be given tutorials, you will be given a lot of material, you will have to solve them and go to the class next day, otherwise the teacher will shout at you. So the offline setup forces you to work towards your goal even when you don't want to. The online setup gives you really good quality of education, but then your effort is not scrutinized at any point of time, right? ठीक है. Bhargav, so the job that I was trying for in Harley was a job in the marketing department. Okay. So marketing बोले तो how to make the brand grow better in the country, how to advertise, etc., etc. So that's what the job was, which I didn't get. Okay. Angel is asking, sir, how's your routine going on? Waking up early. It was going fine for a good period of time. Then around a week and a half back, again went to the old routine. Bas ek raat. There's just one night where you don't sleep, and then you get back to your old cycle of being a nocturnal. So yeah, these days again I'm sleeping at what 2-3 a.m. waking up in the morning at 10-11. आज late हो गया था उठने में, and I had the conversation session, so I was like, okay, anyway I'm gonna sleep late. So yeah, ऊपर नीचे है यार अभी. I'll see if getting back to that routine is necessary or not. Why I wanted to start, why I actually switched to waking up early was to try and see if I'm more productive. It did make me more productive for some time, but I'm just hoping the productivity stays with me regardless of when I wake up and when I go to sleep. That's the ultimate goal. So if that happens, then I'll again come back to my nocturnal cycle because I enjoy being awake at night. अच्छा, कोई तो पूछ रहा था, did you get into teaching straight away after college or something? भाई मेरे को पहला साल जॉब मिली थी स्विगी में as a business associate, which I did. I enjoyed my first year of job over there, 1 year 2 months. Then I took my motorcycle, rode it across the country, leaving the job, okay? And then for 3-4 months I didn't have a job, and then I started teaching at Vedantu. In college also I used to take part-time classes at Vedantu, one-on-one classes. Yeah. Rosant is asking, sir, how was the day before your final exam in IIT Bombay? अरे भाई वो तो मुझे याद भी नहीं है. My final year in IIT Bombay was so stressful, I can't even tell you. I had so many courses to complete. I had to do lab projects. I was late on my lab project, so I had to extend it in the summers also. It was a very hectic time, man. मतलब literally there are still days, अब कम हो गया है, but say 2-3 years back, I had these dreams, okay, very frequently, and in my dream I would fail the examination in IIT, okay. One of the exams I'll fail, and then I would have to repeat an entire year in IIT. बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग खराब होता है उन सपनों की वजह से. And then I would wake up, and there have been times when I've literally run to my cupboard and opened my degree and हाँ ठीक है भाई. Somehow I made it. So when you go to IIT, there's this alumni center, and in that alumni center there's a tiny little shop. बहुत ही प्यारी सी shop है. And if any of you happen to go there, you will definitely want to purchase something from there. Nice memorabilia. So souvenirs वगैरह वहाँ से ले सकते हो. So there are t-shirts that are sold over there. You've seen me wearing that IIT Bombay alumnus t-shirt, right? Maybe you have bought it from there. तो वहाँ पे एक t-shirt मिलती है, IIT Bombay somehow got in, and पीछे लिखा होता somehow got out. So getting into IIT is difficult. Getting out of IIT is also very difficult because the courses in the campus, in the 4-5 years of curriculum, not easy to go through, man. Abhigyan, well, if you've seen the other entries, I don't agree to the last statement. It's just normies for normies, I guess. I don't know, man. Shankar is saying that I got into Vedantu's Eklavya batch, but now I feel I'm much backward in competition with those peers. Shankar, just be there, okay? It's actually a very good advantage for you that you are feeling this way. You got into the Eklavya batch, just try to do as best as you can, okay? For some time you'll have to convince yourself of not trying to compare yourself with others थोड़ी देर के लिए, but eventually you'll realize that being in that stressful environment will propel you forward even better. So just stay with it, okay? लगे रहो, हो जाएगा. Venkatesh is saying, just asking, have you copied in examinations when you were in school, when you were young? यार actually मैं स्कूल में कॉपी नहीं करता था. I have helped other people copy from me, but in school I used to be that guy who always knows what to do in the examination. Yeah, I used to get first, second rank in the class. Not a brag, just telling you the fact. तो स्कूल में तो भाई कभी कॉपी नहीं किया. Later on in life I have, but स्कूल में तो कभी भी नहीं किया. Nihilist. I can't say your second part of the name, but Nihilist is asking, do you think that life is a suffering and it's better not to have kids ever? See, you can't say life is a suffering. Life is what it is. It is a package deal of good and bad. Okay, life can't ever be 100% good or 100% bad. It is a package deal. We can just try to go through it as best as we can. There is, according to me, I'm not saying this is true. It's not a universal statement. This is just my opinion. There is no absolute purpose or absolute goal of life. The only goal of life is to live it, and you should live it the best you can. Okay, I won't say that live the largest life possible. It's not possible for everyone to do so. Neither does everyone aspire to do that. So try to live however the best it is. So by life is what it is. ठीक है? Can't define it with other adjectives. Good, bad, struggle, fun. Let's keep that aside. I'll put a full stop there. Then I'll come to the having kids part. Again, it's a personal choice, and given the overtly populated nature of our society these days, I am not sure whether procreation is absolutely necessary these days. That's where I'll keep it. Okay, it's just an open-ended. Tarang, I haven't really analyzed it that well, so I can't say anything about it. Dhyaneshwar, no, I haven't played Minecraft, man. Sajay saying there is 1 year for NEET, give me some tips. Bro, I have made like these huge videos on all of my different channels about NEET 1 year strategy, JEE 1 year strategy. Just watch that, man. Honestly. Karthik is saying how to solve a question in a shorter way. Just keep solving it the longer way and eventually you will figure out a shorter way to do it. वो ऐसा है ना कि बाइक चलाते चलाते you'll become faster. That's the same thing with questions. Eventually you'll figure it out. Okay. When did you last visit IIT Bombay? I think it was December. No, not December. December nahi. October or November of 2019. One of our friends had, it was a baby shower. Do you understand what's a baby shower? Basically, a friend of ours and his wife, pregnant, they had a baby coming soon. Baby shower back in 2019, I think, and that baby shower was organized in Lonavala. They stayed in Bombay back then. So तब गए थे भाई, एक बार बस campus देख के आ गए थे. Yeah, lots of things had changed in the campus and it was so humid that we couldn't really enjoy. Just like 2-3 hours of roaming around the campus and we came back. Nitin, your messages are appearing in the chat and I have replied to a few of them as well, as far as my memory serves. So don't worry, okay? As I said, I am taking some time to be elaborate about the questions today. So it will be a little difficult for me to tend to all of your questions. Suyash is asking, do you still beatbox? Diligently, no. Chalte phirte, yes. So I was saying, so you have ridden long distances on different capacity bikes. Yes, I have 390 to 1260. Actually, I have done Bangalore to Mysore on my passion also. So 100cc पे भी 150 kilometer तो किया है. What difference does engine capacity make on riding experience? A very nice question, man. So the thing is, it's about the ease of using that motorcycle, okay? So for example, when I did the Bangalore to Mysore ride on my Hero Passion 100cc, I was literally pinning the throttle to its maximum, engine working the most it can, okay? And that is a very unsafe situation. I know that now because I'm a better rider now. Back then I was just like तो चक्कर ये है कि जब आप कोई छोटा बाइक चलाते हो ना and you have to push it beyond its limit, it's very unsafe because the rest of the bike is not designed to withstand that amount of stress continuously. So its brakes are not meant to stop you from that higher speed, okay? Its frame is not meant to be well handling at those high speeds. So at very low capacity engines, that is a very big problem, okay? And on the highway, it's nice to do speeds of 120 kilometers per hour depending on the traffic and everything, but cruising at 120 is brilliant, okay? So now a small capacity motorcycle will be very stressed at 120. It's not designed for that speed of 120 constantly. You will feel a little stressed. Then come to the segment of, let's say, 390 400cc motorcycles. They can do speeds of 120, but their engine will still be a little stressed, okay? For example, the Duke 390, it can do speeds of 120 constantly, no problem whatsoever, decent enough brakes, you can stop. But again, the engine still feels stressed. So just to give you some numbers, if I'm doing 120 on my 390 Duke, the engine is revving around 7000 RPM, somewhere around 7000, a little more, a little less, yeah, plus minus some number. So 7000 RPM, so 7000 revolutions of the engine per minute. They're not called rotations, they're called revolutions. Why? I'll tell you that later. When you come to a bigger engine like the one that I have in the Africa Twin or the Diavel, yeah, they're also geared for longer rides. The gearing is as such that you can have high speeds at lower RPMs. So they will have only like 3500 to 4000 RPMs on their the engine is running at 3000 4000 RPM at the speeds of say 100 to 120 kilometers per hour. So the engine feels a lot less stressed. ठीक है, समझ रहे हो बात को? So it's like riding your bicycle at the max versus being relaxed while riding a motorcycle. So being relaxed at high speeds is a feeling that I can't describe in words. You will be able to feel it only when you feel it, okay? And once you get that feeling, it's very difficult to go back. There are so many people in the country right now, even in the world, who are touring so much on motorcycles like the Royal Enfield 350, the Royal Enfield Himalayan, the KTM 390 Adventure. I have done stuff on the 390 Duke, so much of touring. But now I can't imagine doing that because I'm used to the relaxed, stress-free nature of the bigger bikes. Yeah. Also, the bigger bikes stop much better. They have much better brakes. They are much more comfortable because, of course, they're bigger, man. ठीक है. Baki, I'm not talking about super sport motorcycles. I'm not talking about super bikes right now because they are meant for a different thing altogether. But I hope you understand what I was trying to say. वेंकटेश, नो अपडेट्स ऑन मैरिज मैन. पता नहीं ये शादी कराने की क्या ज़रूरत है तुम्हें मेरे को? अच्छा भला जी रहा हूँ मैं. क्या हो जाएगा शादी करके? Tanay, yes man. Eventually it helps. It needs a little bit of patience, but glad you followed that. Shantanu, I'm not watching any Marvel shows, man. Raj Surya, hopefully very soon, okay? Hopefully very very soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. कोविड का कुछ पंगा पड़ गया या और कोई मुसीबत आ गई जिंदगी में तो कुछ नहीं पता क्या हो सकता है यार. Yeah. Aishwarya Jain is saying, how do you deal with jealousy? Fun fact, Aishwarya, I am at a stage in life where I don't get jealous. I'm not saying this just to be cool, but yeah, मेरे को jealousy नहीं होती honestly, because there are two ways to it. Okay, one is the maturity. You realize that everyone's life is different. Everyone is doing something or the other in their lives, and you will one day realize that everyone has some trouble or the other in their lives. Okay, हर किसी को कोई ना कोई दिक्कत तो है ही जिंदगी में. तो if if I have 3 motorcycles in my garage versus someone has 10 motorcycles, oh, I'm jealous. But then I realize he or she has the same problems in life. उसको भी खुशी नहीं है जिंदगी में. तो jealous होने का क्या फ़ायदा ना. मतलब what's the point of being jealous with someone whose mental state is not any better than yours, right? So eventually you'll realize in life that everyone's mental state is screwed up to the same extent. Okay, some more maybe because of some unfortunate incidents, but yeah. So that's one thing. Second thing is this nihilistic mindset that I have, that nothing really matters eventually. तो क्या करेंगे किसी से jealous होके. And I don't know, man. Just this thing in my mind that I have कि भाई everyone's living their own life. Nothing is better, nothing is worse. Eventually you will also realize this. मतलब एक example देता हूँ. Back when we were preparing for JEE, so the guy who used to top the class, okay, in our coaching, जिसको top rank आता था हमेशा. I think eventually also he got the best rank amongst our batch in the coaching, okay. So every single examination he would top, okay. Every single examination he'd top. He would literally know the concepts better than the teachers. I'm not kidding. That guy knew the concepts better than the teachers. मतलब flawless. His preparation of JEE was flawless. But then you saw the rest of his life and you were like, भाई मेरे को नहीं जीना ऐसे. For instance, okay, if something like this happens to you, please don't take it personally. I'm just giving my opinion, okay. So whenever we used to go to the coaching institute on Sundays to take a test, paper 1 होता था, then there was 2 hours of break, then there's paper 2. Paper 1, paper 2 के break के time पे अपन बाहर जाके chill मारते थे, okay. We used to go and eat something. There were nice snacks that were available around the coaching center. We used to have those snacks. We used to chat with each other. गप्पे मारते हैं मज़े से, chill मारते हैं. Some people used to discuss the examination, but I was thankfully in a group that didn't discuss the examination that much. तो ठीक है. अब मस्त chill मार रहे हैं दोस्तों के साथ, you know, enjoying the break properly. This guy who used to top, so strict. I mean, the household that he stayed in was so strict. His mom used to drive to the coaching center before the break started. He was not allowed to socialize with anyone around. He had to go right into the car. His mom would bring him food. He had to eat that food and that only, nothing else. No snacks, no chilling out. और 2 घंटे वहाँ पे बैठ के मम्मी को बताने का उसको कि एग्ज़ाम कैसा गया, क्या अच्छा किया, क्या गलती की, क्या नहीं किया. और फिर जैसे ही ब्रेक ख़त्म हुआ, बैक टू द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. भाई तो नंबर ले ले, इतनी सख्त ज़िंदगी नहीं चाहिए हमें. You getting my point? So yeah, eventually you'll realize everyone is screwed up in their own ways and you'll stop feeling jealous of anyone. Acha, Aditya is saying, on an average, how many kilometers do you clock on your bike in 1 month? See, in the last year or so, my average has been somewhere around 2000 to 2200 kilometers in a month. मिस क्या कर रहे हो भाई? एवरीडे चिकन बुक ये पड़ी तो है. यार शांतनु, personal opinion, I have never liked this quantity more than quality game anywhere. But social media में चक्कर ये है that the attention span of people is so small, you have to keep bombarding them with content to gain their attention again and again and again. However, I still would appreciate the creators who focus on quality more than the creators who focus on quantity, be it any field. Okay, तो वो चाहे education हो, वो चाहे vlogs हो, वो चाहे comedy हो, you know, BB की vines, I'm sure everyone knows about him. Carrie Minati, you know, one of the most popular, these are two of the most popular people in the Indian YouTube society. वो रोज वीडियो डालते हैं क्या? नहीं, but they put one video and that goes viral like anything. Yeah, you can have your own measurements of quality, but you get the idea, right? एक चीज करो, अच्छे से करो, rather than doing something every single day. I see so many YouTube shorts these days, man, which have literally like very basic things that people are saying, daily life things which everyone knows. You know, 5-year-old kid would know that, okay, this is what you are supposed to do in life, and they are going viral. Some guy will put nice music in the background, nice scenery, and then if you don't put salt in your food, then your food will not taste good. And that thing is going viral. पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है भैया. So you're saying, when will you ride on the Konkan route? I think I've done that once on my Diavel. I had gone first to Mangalore, then to Gokarna, then to Goa, and I hope that's the same route that you're talking about. I've been till Kerry on that route. So yeah, एक बार तो किया है. व्लॉग कब बनाऊंगा उसका पता नहीं भाई. दोबारा कभी मैंगलुरु गया तो फॉर श्योर. बाहर का होम टूर भैया अभी 1-2 महीने तो रुक जाओ कम से कम. शांतनु सिंह, प्लीज प्ले दैट सिंगिंग बोल लेटर मैन. लास्ट टाइम भी बजाया था यार. Avril is saying, sir, I get a bad start in maths. I get a little anxious. It spoils my performance. And bhai, maybe it's just a phase. If it's a phase, it'll go away. Very nice. Otherwise, maths maybe, I'm sure there are topics that you like, there are topics that you don't like, there are topics you're actually good at, and there are topics that you're not that good at. So exam mein na, I used to do the mathematics part right at the end. I used to do chemistry, then physics, then I used to go to mathematics. Okay, you can do that. And when you do go to mathematics, just choose the questions of the topics that you like first, then do the rest. Okay, it'll help. Aditya is asking, where do you get your knowledge about bikes and cars from? YouTube, my friend. YouTube doesn't only have random creators posting random content for random views. YouTube actually has really good creators posting really good content, and they don't care about views, but they get them because it's a side effect of how great their content is. Yeah. So no matter what you want to learn about under the sun, unless it's super illegal, then you shouldn't. Yeah, then you shouldn't learn about it. But if you want to get knowledge about anything under the sun, there is some YouTube channel that's serving that. Their videos might be super boring. You might have to sit through 1 hour of lectures to get good knowledge, but it exists, man. You just need to search for it deliberately. It feels nice to see that there's a separate conversation going on in the chat box. Like people are chatting with each other. That's the point of this session, man. Very nice. Good. Soy saying YouTube shorts are destroying humanity along with my life. YouTube shorts are still better than Instagram reels. They're still better than TikTok. Yeah, that's what has been my experience. Like Instagram पे जो reel आती है कुछ काम का नहीं होता उसमें. Just some random music playing. Every 5 reels there's the same music. और कोई कुछ भी कर रहा होता है वहाँ पे. YouTube पे at least there's still some knowledge floating around. Like out of the 5 reels that I'll watch, 3 of them will be related to some, scientific fact, or maybe some guy talking about motivation or money. Or I'm sure you've seen those shorts of Shaquille O'Neal talking about stuff. So even though that is pretty useless, it's still better than just random मैंने तुझे देखा and the picture of a mountain in front of you. That's just a perfect waste of time, isn't it? So yes, I have seen Yami Noob, and to be honest, Noob suits that channel very well. Whatever opinions they throw out, I don't agree to 90% of them. That's why I stopped watching that channel. भाई ये जो है, people who are now asking about it, yeah, a couple of people I see, this is what it does. Okay. Sorry for that tingling sensation in your ears, but yeah, that's all it does. And no, I don't use it. It's just a showpiece. Only when someone comes to my house and asks, "Arey, ye kya hai?" Only then I play it. ठीक है, चलो बढ़िया. Shantanu is asking, who are your favorite vloggers in the Indian vlogging industry? यार ऐसा है कि I don't have constant favorites. That's true for everything in my life, by the way, be it music, be it anything. Okay. So when it comes to YouTubers, I used to follow a lot of Indian YouTubers earlier, but then unka content became very repetitive. And you know, a lot of YouTubers try to be funny when they're not actually funny. And that's when you realize it's just cringe. You know, जबरदस्ती कुछ तो बोलते रहेंगे. And then it stops appealing to me. Yeah, a lot of moto vloggers have gone through the same cycle. Yeah, and some people still make really good content. I do watch the vlogs of Omkar Khanna, but again, some of his videos are really nice, some of his videos I'm not a fan of. Same with Jatprab Jot. Whenever he's riding his motorcycle, I love those videos. Whenever he's just jumping around with his family, I can't relate to that content at all. There's this guy Anurag Salgaonkar. He stays in Mumbai. He makes really fun city motor vlogs. He just sits on the motorcycle, doesn't even show his face. He just comments on the random stuff that people end up doing in traffic. Lots of fun, by the way. तो वो आजकल मैं देख रहा हूँ काफ़ी अच्छे से. Apart from that, I used to watch, you know, क्या नाम भूल गया यार. फ्लाइंग बीस्ट का फिटनेस चैनल का नाम क्या है? फिट मसल टीवी, आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट इट्स कॉल्ड. So I still watch videos whenever he posts on that channel. I don't watch his vlogs much because again, family centered content, I can't relate to that. So yeah, if you have any vloggers that you like, please let me know. I want to watch so that I can also get motivated to make better vlogs. कोई है तो बताना, ठीक है? Yeah, Nitin, I know that song. That song itself doesn't make sense, and for children to listen to that song doesn't make any more sense. Pahul Agarwal is asking, thoughts on people working 5 days a week to live just 2 days for the sake of some materialistic toys that they can't even play with? A very nice, very deep question. देखो ऐसा है that somehow or the other humans have screwed up survival. Neither do we have natural selection anymore. Everyone is able to survive if they can earn money. ठीक है? Unfortunately, there are a very limited number of ways in which people can earn money. Theoretically, there are unlimited ways, but most of those unlimited ways are out of approach. Yeah, I can't just become a scuba diving instructor and live my life if I want to right now. I just can't. Neither do I have the skills for it, nor do I have the necessary resources around me to go and learn and then spend my money and time and effort doing that. You get the point, right? If you want to become, I don't know, a poker player, it's not easy for all of you. Maybe one of you can do it, but you get the point, right? So the accessible ways to earn money, the limited ways to earn money, people just end up doing that. And that's the story of everyone across the world, man. So it's a very existential question if you think about it, because in old ancient times, humans would have to hunt, go around searching for food. They would have to protect themselves from bigger animals all the time. they would have to protect themselves from diseases, and if at all even a thorn pricks them in the wrong place and they're not able to realize it in time, bacteria from that thorn would spread across their body and they'll die. Yeah, so life wasn't without struggle back then. And the materialistic toys that you are talking about, they didn't even exist back in ancient times. So there are a lot of people who say that old days were better and we were able to just relax. No, that's not true. Okay, one of you might have been from that privileged society. Okay, for example, being a white person in the Americas, in the United States of America, in say the 1960s or 70s, chill life. But that's a very small subset of the people in the world, right? If you were a black person, the worst life ever. So humans have had struggle in their lives throughout, and seems like they don't want to get out of this struggle even after so much innovation, so much technology, so much improvement in everything. We're still in the same boat. Yeah, there are people who earn disproportionately high amounts of money. If we distribute the resources and money across the humans uniformly, no one will have a bad life. But that's not where we are, right? We've chosen a certain track of evolution which still has a lot of struggle, so it seems like that's not going to end. So yeah, Payal, some people do not have the option of doing something different, doing something unconventional and earning money through it, and then living a better life. When it comes to materialistic joys, I personally am a very materialistic person. Whenever I sit and think about what I've achieved in my life, materialistic things are what come to my mind. Okay, I think about what I'm able to see and enjoy in life. Materialistic. Okay, I'm not that kind of person who's like, मैंने दोस्त कमाए हैं जिंदगी में, अरे तूने क्या Instagram reel type नहीं है मेरा दिमाग. So if you're able to enjoy those materialistic pleasures, good for you. If you're not, then some people have the privilege of changing their lives to be better. Some people just have to do the best they can. So भाई वही है, जिन लोगों की मजबूरी है 5 दिन काम करना, वो कर रहे हैं. कई लोग 6 दिन भी करते हैं, काट रहे हैं भाई सब. हर कोई अपनी तरह से कुछ तो जी रहा है. Soy, I actually haven't seen any of those. Okay, and I'm literally copying your statement, pasting it in a different tab so that I can watch those channels later. Thanks for pointing me to a segment of YouTube that I haven't accessed till now. Nice. Shantanu, I have no idea, man, because I don't really watch his videos. I've seen 1 or 2 of his videos, but मैंने अभी तक अच्छे से तो नहीं देखी उसकी वीडियो, so I can't comment on it, man. Roshan is saying, having these conversations takes me back 6 months. Mentally, how do you feel talking to us? भाई मेरे को तो chill ही लगता है, सच बताऊँ तो कुछ ऐसा different नहीं लगता. It's good to have conversations with you guys. That's all. Never thought too much about these sessions, to be honest. मेरे को मज़ा आता है गप्पे मारने में आप लोगों के साथ, तो मैं मार लेता हूँ. That's all. Tarang is asking, should I revise topics according to weightage or my favorite topics? Just take a very random order. Favorite topics पहले करोगे तो weak topics पक्के से रह जाएंगे. Weightage wise करोगे तो आपके favorite topics भी रह जाएंगे. तो ऐसा करो, randomly उठाओ. मैं तो कहता हूँ सिर्फ chapter wise उठा लो ऊपर से नीचे तक. Just go through the sequence of NCRT. Yeah. Kedar is saying, did you start cooking again? Unfortunately, no. I cook for 2 days and the 3rd day I don't. यार थोड़ी चीज़ें अभी भी ऊपर नीचे हैं लाइफ में, कुछ ना कुछ तो उथल पुथल हो गया है. So trying to sort those things out, man. So last year, the housemaid that used to come to clean the house and everything, you know, वो मैंने उसको बोल दिया था कि अब से मत आओ. She wasn't doing a very good job. I gave her like 5-6 warnings. Peaceful warnings. I don't shout at people. तो उसको बोल दिया था भाई कि आंटी जी थोड़ा देख लो, ध्यान से सही से काम कर लो. Eventually I started traveling a lot, and then they were like 15 days, 20 days when she didn't have to come. I had to pay her the full month's salary, and I am not earning anything on my own. तो मैंने कहा यार आंटी आप रहने ही दो, मत आओ. So कोई last 6-7 months कह लो, for the last 6-7 months or so, I don't have anyone coming to the house and cleaning up stuff. So whenever I cook, there's a lot of utensils that I have to wash myself. And then again वो धो लेता हूँ, सब सेट कर लेता हूँ, फिर I start traveling again. Then again that cycle goes away. Then when I come back, I just chill for a couple of days. Then I cook for 2 days. Then again there's like a huge bundle of utensils. So right now I am planning a long ride that would take me a lot of time. Thankfully, if it happens, it'll take a good amount of time. I won't be in Bangalore for a really long time. A month, maybe 2 months, I don't know exactly, but हाँ काफ़ी टाइम में बाहर रहूँगा, तो फिर कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता. तो इसीलिए यार वो बस that synchrony, that harmony is missing. हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे. So that's why I haven't given you a house tour. That's why I haven't gone back to cook it out, because out of all the things that I want to pursue, it's sort of impractical for me to do all of them at the same time. So one by one hoga. Eventually I'm just hoping it'll reach a point of harmony. Revant, no, I didn't make it through the second round, man. Simran, yeah, I've seen Slay Point. They have some intelligent content. I am not sure what they do now, but a few of their videos, yeah, they have some intelligent content. Shantanu, that sounds nice, man. वो भी मैं देखूंगा जरा. यूट्यूबर तो भाई इनफाइनाइट भर रखे हैं दुनिया में. SKR is saying, sir, my mock test marks are fluctuating. Yeah, it depends on the level of the mock test also, right? Like not all mock tests are the same. So some mock tests may suit your style better, some mock tests may not. Just keep taking those tests without worrying too much about the marks. Worry about it in the sense that you analyze your mock tests. I've always told you how to analyze the mock tests. Please do so. But apart from that, ज़्यादा टेंशन मत लो, देते रहो, ठीक है? Avril is saying, so views on the fact that we become consumed by senses and the reason for rising issues amongst any generation is caused by excessive social media. Like everyone tries to portray their best and confirmation bias. See, I understand your school of thought, okay? And this is something that I'm trying to do in my videos eventually. अभी तक तो मुझे पता नहीं whether I am anywhere close to it or not. But eventually I want to show the real emotions that a person feels in the vlogs, right? Because I see a lot of vloggers these days, they'll just be happy all the time. ऐसा तो नहीं होता भाई ज़िंदगी में. बहुत चीज़ों से दिमाग भी ख़राब होता है, बहुत चीज़ों में गुस्सा भी आता है, you know. And no one's showing that side of themselves anywhere online. Maybe there are people who are showing this negative side of life as well, and they're not popular because they're showing the negative side. I'm not sure, man. So it's something that remains to be seen. But social media is something that's really new for people, right? Eventually, this curve will go down. This bubble will burst to an extent. Okay. Eventually, everyone will realize that it is a virtual world. It's not the real world. There will be some who still are addicted to it in disproportionate amounts, but the majority of the people will realize that it is not reality. It's not what it is, and therefore I sense a paradigm shift happening eventually. Maybe not in the next decade or so, but hopefully after that. You pointing this issue out is a testament to the fact that yes, more people are realizing this, skewed version of the reality that you get to see online. So eventually I hope it dies down, and that's what I'm hoping happens to clickbaits as well, right? These days, if you see a clickbait, you'll just click on it. But eventually your brain will also tell you, अरे भाई click bait है, इस पे मत click कर, अंदर कचरा ही होने वाला है. So eventually you'll start wanting to watch something that has more information in it, yeah, more reality to it. So instead of being like, I was riding and I almost fell over and killed myself and this is the worst day of my life, kind of a clickbait, versus I don't know, a better title maybe, yeah. Not the best day of riding, I don't know. So वही है भाई, it's just about the collective intellect of people going through this curve. देखते हैं. Tanmay, unfortunately the companies are a business, right? Business नहीं चलता तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. I know man, sad reality. AX Master is saying, so what do you think about the toxic hustle culture that's promoted on the internet and how do you think it impacts the young minds of young people? See, the hustle culture these days, okay, let me put it this way. The hustle culture is not something new, okay? The hustle culture is made by people who wanted to earn lots of money and were willing to do that. And since they were willing to make money, they wanted to do that. They made a lot of money because of the hustle. Of course, if you're putting more hours doing things, you will attract more sources of revenue, right? So ठीक है, मान लो you became rich and then you employed other people and then you expect them to do the same. In the days of us not having the internet, it eventually became the norm to work like people, to work for people like this. Yeah, I am not sure whether this is true or not, but this 5 to 6 days a week, 8 to 9 working hours a day, I think JRD Tata had started this revolution in the country. I am not sure, but there was a person who started this revolution and people thought that this is the only way to go through, this is the only way to live life. Yeah, and economy started booming and people started, एक तो ये बहुत weird culture है अपनी society का, of humans in general, that rich people are almost considered like gods. Yeah, very weird culture. I don't know where that comes from, but anyway, so hustle culture is very old. Yeah, if you don't work hard, you don't deserve to have a good life. Life is a race. If you don't win, that you don't deserve. If you don't get good marks in the school, you don't deserve a good life. I'm sure a lot of you have heard these statements. So this hustle culture has been living through the ages. But if you think about it fundamentally, if you think about it in terms of philosophy, if you think about it in terms of the sheer nature of existence, if someone just wants to exist, if someone just wants to live, experience life, yeah, maybe I just want to go out, look what's happening around, have some food, come back and sleep, and maybe that's what I want to do every single day. That might be a yearning that exists inside you, right? The question is it wrong to think like that? People till now have been forcing their own opinions on you because they had more money. And because of the disproportionate nature of our society, money is equal to power. And that's why they were able to make a lot of people work. Now that COVID has come into picture, people have started working from their home. They realize, अरे यार जिंदगी में और भी चीजें हैं. You can actually spend time with your family. You can actually spend time learning new things. You can actually spend time developing more skills. You can actually spend time traveling around. And these things that help you explore life in other aspects except for the financial one are far more enjoyable. So why can't we go to a certain state where economy, a man-made concept, is not as important as all these other things? Why can't we figure out a better way to allocate resources amongst each other? Right? Thankfully, this question is coming up now. Thankfully. Earlier, when someone said that you have to work as hard as possible, ji jaan laga do ye, oh, very nice motivation. But now, when powerful people are saying these statements, Narayan Murthy had said this statement, that people should start getting back to work. Now we have to work for 7 days a week, 10 days, 10 hours a day to get back to where we were, for the economy to come back. And then Elon Musk is forcing employees to come back to the office, etc., etc. People are actually retaliating. Majority of the people are actually opposing that view, and that's a very refreshing change in the society, in my opinion. Yeah. So again, like I was answering Aviral's question earlier, it's a curve that people will go through. Hustle culture and its appreciation, I hope for the love of God that it's a curve once again, that eventually people realize that life is just about existence, and we humans have the necessary technology and the brains to make existence better for everyone. And better existence does not mean slogging off your precious time doing things that don't even matter in the longer run. Okay. So yeah, philosophical answer. I hope just that people realize that hustle culture is just one way of doing things. Chill life is just another way of doing things. Both are right depending on who wants to do it. Yeah, well, lots of philosophy today. पता नहीं क्या आज अच्छे questions आ रहे हैं. So again, since I've spent so much time answering these two questions, I'm sorry if I'm not able to read a lot of your fresh questions, but I'll try to do the best I can. Okay, really sorry. Oh, very nice. I can see veterans of catalysis over here in the chat box. Very nice. High five, people. Good to know that you are still alive and doing well. आयान, यार ये YouTube का कुछ तो अजीब सा है. If you follow me on Instagram, Pahul PSG, that's my handle everywhere. Follow me on Instagram. I post stories of what I'm doing, and definitely you'll be able to see there. शांतनु, चलो अच्छा है यार. You ended up in a more stable place for now. Yeah, but वही है भाई, ये इकोनॉमी चीज़ ही ऐसी है. Ups and downs will keep coming. Today it will come in some industry, tomorrow in the other. Yeah. When I had joined Swiggy, at that very time, Tiny Owl and Food Panda and all of these services had literally gone to the dust. तो भाई ये सब तो चलता रहेगा. This uncertainty in the current market is only gonna increase. ये जब तक ये सर्कल चलता रहेगा ना, स्टार्टअप्स फंडिंग विच इज नेवर गोइंग टू एंड, बाय द वे. दैट्स हाउ ह्यूमंस विल कीप डूइंग थिंग्स. ये अनसर्टेनिटी तो चलती रहेगी. सो राइट नाउ इट वाज द टाइम ऑफ एजुकेशन सेगमेंट, ed tech as we call it. Why? Because when COVID came, everyone went online. Education is something that is a very basic necessity for humans, and obviously the industry related to online education would increase, so you need more people to work. ज़्यादा काम करोगे ज़्यादा पैसा कमाओगे. Same basic mathematics, 1 to 1. अब people will go back to offline coachings will once again get their students back. Schools are getting their students back. Offline सब कुछ चालू हो गया, colleges खुल चुके हैं. So the online thing not that shiny anymore, so they have to downsize. This will happen in every industry. It happens in government industries as well. कुछ टाइम पहले मुझे पता है, because my father works in insurance, yeah, government. तो उसमें भी आया था ऐसे. They were cutting down on employees. So since it's a government company and they can't just fire people just like that, so what they were giving is they were giving options of early retirement. That they'll start giving you a pension from now on, you just take retirement, which was like half of the salary or even lesser. But since you don't have to work, you just keep earning some amount of money every month and just keep living your life. भाई ये हर उसमें आता है, क्या कहते हैं, comes in every domain. Sorry, Dhyaneshwar, I actually don't know about it, man. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Aviral, that's true for every. Okay. Aviral is saying that a big confectionery manufacturer confessed that 60% of its food is unhealthy. They've been doing that to, maximize profits, just getting a product in the least price possible and selling it at the highest price possible. That is economy for you. what you've written is economy for you in just one statement. Okay, that's true for every industry that's running in the world today. Maybe you realize it already, maybe you don't, but economy is equal to utilizing, or I should say exploiting, the earth's resources and trying to earn money out of it. Trying to take something natural, turning it into a man-made concept. That's economy for you. Economy is not sustainable. I'm sure you have studied about sustainable development and green economy and all of these very fancy terms in your school, somewhere or the other in social sciences. In the long run, economy is not sustainable. The existence of humans as it stands today is not sustainable eventually. It is what it is, man. Or if you think about it again, one step higher, existential. Dinosaurs went extinct because of an asteroid crash. आज अपन सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, okay? We are exploiting the resources of the earth in the worst way possible, let's say. We are just killing the planet, okay? What if a few years from now an asteroid crashes into us and then humans are extinct? There's no harm that came out of humans just turning one thing into the other, right? Matlab, today we are saying that the more plastic we generate, the more of it affects the lives of birds and other animals and pollution in the ocean and global warming, etc., etc. Yeah. But kal ko, if because of some bigger natural calamity like an asteroid crash or a solar flare or I don't know what, if the world ceases, if life ceases to exist on this planet, तो फिर क्या गलत है भाई? Are you able to relate to what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. Vignesh is saying geopolitics are interesting. How China does diamond necklace strategy and India counters with. Everything is interesting if you go to the depths of it, man. Naitik is asking, so tell me an efficient way to improve in JEE Advanced. I am in motion quota and they have time to improve for JEE Main. I am realizing focusing on JEE Main is not making me go anywhere. To an extent, that is true. And the only solution that I'll give you is do more mock tests of JEE Advanced level. Do more questions of JEE Advanced level. Just take your question solving to JEE Advanced level. बस डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस करना शुरू कर दो भाई. ज़्यादा मुश्किल सवाल करोगे, ज़्यादा कठिन सवाल बनाओगे, अपने आप से आपका लेवल इंक्रीज होगा. आज को मुश्किल लगेगा, 2 हफ्ते करोगे, 3 हफ्ते करोगे, 4 हफ्ते करोगे, धीरे धीरे क्वेश्चन होना शुरू हो जाएंगे एंड यू विल बिकम बेटर. ठीक है. मुस्तफ़ा यो मैन, भाई मैं ठीक हूँ. आई होप यू आर ऑल्सो गुड. अयान इज सेइंग व्हेन आर यू कमिंग टू दिल्ली? आई एम नॉट श्योर अयान. आई एम एक्चुअली नॉट श्योर व्हेन. Or eventually during the winters there's so much pollution in Delhi that even if I ride through that part of the country I just साइड से निकल जाता हूँ. पर देखेंगे, कभी तो जाऊँगा दिल्ली और I want to try the street food of Delhi and I want to visit all the motorcycling shops and places of Delhi. काफ़ी अच्छी अच्छी एक्सेसरीज मिलती हैं. तो हाँ भाई, करता हूँ प्लान. Good that you put that thought in my mind. Again, people, so many questions, long answers. Might not be able to read all of your statements. If I've missed any of your statement, I'm very sorry. I'm not doing that intentionally for anyone. Okay. Simon Phils is asking, sir, do you watch FitTuber? I used to. फिर मेरे को लगने लगा कि यार कुछ वीडियोस बहुत बढ़िया हैं, कुछ वीडियो सिर्फ व्यूज़ के लिए, तो मैंने देखना बंद कर दिया. केदार, making people realize humans are humans since the day I was born. Yo D, Tata, bye bye. शांतनु देखो बेनिफिशियल तो होगा ही. इट विल प्रोलॉन्ग द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ द ह्यूमन रेस एंड द एनिमल्स ओवरऑल इन जनरल. ठीक है, तो वन टाइम प्लास्टिक तो काफ़ी टाइम से बैन हो जाना चाहिए था. एंड इट्स वेरी वियर्ड, यू नो. आई वॉज थिंकिंग अबाउट इट अ फ्यू डेज बैक. मैंने स्विगी से मंगाए आम. आई ऑर्डर्ड मैंगोज फ्रॉम स्विगी. आई थिंक आई टॉक्ड अबाउट इट इन द लास्ट कॉन्वर्सेशन सेशन एज वेल. They gave every mango packed in a box. Like there was a foam coating around the mango and there was a plastic box around it. Why? भाई पूरा का पूरा एक लफाफे में दे तो रहे हो, मेरे को उसमें आम फेंक के दे दो ना भैया. तो हाँ भाई, सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक डजंट मेक एनी सेंस फॉर ह्यूमंस टू यूज इट. मोस्ट ऑफ द यूज ऑफ सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक इज लिटरली पॉइंटलेस. Amazon से पैकेट मंगाओ तो इतने बड़े डब्बे में 3-4 पैकेट के अंदर आपकी चीज़ होती है. ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन कट डाउन ऑन इट मैन. Nathan is saying, who's your favorite character in Harry Potter? The two most strongest characters, man. Albus Dumbledore and Tom Riddle. Both of them are sort of my favorites. If you are a Potterhead and you've read Harry Potter multiple times, you would realize that Harry Potter himself is just a prop. That character on his own is nothing substantial. The story is happening around him. That guy is just a prop to be able to narrate the entire story. The strong characters are everywhere else. Ayan for sure man, आ गया वहाँ पे. तो वही 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर होने दो व्लॉग्स में, फिर अपन वो सब चीज़ें भी करेंगे. मोहम्मद मुराद मैन, यो व्हाट्स अप. फ्लाइंग बीस्ट के बढ़िया है भाई, अच्छा है. नाइस कंटेंट, गुड फॉर पीपल हु लाइक टू फॉलो फैमिली व्लॉग्स. बढ़िया है अनंत. आई एम ग्लैड माई स्ट्रैटेजी इज हेल्पिंग. Nitin, I understand your emotions. A fellow, I don't want to use the term grammar Nazi, but let's say linguistic nerd to other. ये कोई तो है ना, ये हमेशा सुनना पड़ता है. Raj Surya is saying, Nitin, leave it bro, you're able to understand it, right? There are always these two types of people, okay? The first kind is the people who want everything to be of proper syntax and semantics. The other school is like, भाई समझ आ रहा तो चलने देना यार. ये दुनिया की लड़ाई हमेशा चलती रहेगी. I really find it very weird when, you know, when if you correct someone's pronunciation, they'll take it to their ego. अरे भाई तू पैदा थोड़ी हुआ था प्रोनाउंसिएशन के साथ, तूने कहीं से सीखी, वो गलत है. मैं सिर्फ बता रहा हूँ कि ऐसे बोलेगा तो बेहतर है. तेरे को समझ आया ना ब्रो? Like why man? Why can't you just be happy that oh अच्छा ऐसे बोलते हैं उसको? Okay fine. Always gonna be these two schools. I've literally had a quarrel with a person when I told them that, you know, it's not called dosa, it's called dosa. There was like a half an hour argument that followed that statement. अरे भैया उसको डोसा बोलते, तुम डोसा बोलोगे तो अजीब लगेगा ना सुन के. So Lasai is saying, what will you eat in dinner tonight? I have actually ordered very nice Kerala meal for me. Boiled rice, sambar, some nice fish curry. There's some dry palya in it and a few more things. Some dal, etc. राज सूर्य ब्रो, मैं भी sarcastically बोल रहा है दोस्त. Exactly what I was saying. भाई अब तू सीरियस मत हो. Exactly what I was saying, buddy. Don't take it to your heart. Aviral, agreed, man. That's what I said. That's economy in one line. वो एंड वाला स्टेटमेंट मैंने ऐसे ही मारा था. That was just an annexure. Okay, it wasn't related to your original question. That everything is just law of conservation of mass and world will end one day. Take it as a separate food for thought. Okay, but हाँ भाई, search for this Veritasium. You guys know the channel Veritasium, right? If you don't know the channel Veritasium on YouTube, just search for it. It's one of the best YouTube channels out there. Literally opens up your mind. And there is a video there on planned obsolescence. Okay, planned obsolescence basically means that you design a certain device in a certain way that it is bound to go bad in the next few years. For example, light bulbs. This is a proven fact. Okay, everyone knows this, that light bulbs are designed to stop working in the next few years or so. Okay, I think I've had a conversation with you guys earlier on this topic as well, that I don't know the exact years, but the top 5 manufacturers of light bulbs in the world had a conference where they decided that their bulbs will not last for more than these many hours. Okay, if anyone makes light bulbs that lasts more than that set number of hours, they will be banned from the market or something like that. So wo planned obsolescence is a thing. So why do light bulbs stop working? I think that's the title of the video. एक बार देखना, मस्त सब चमक जाएगा. रोशंस यार, एंडलेस जर्नी वाली चीज़ तो नहीं हुई, बिकॉज इवेंचुअली ऑन द मोटरसाइकिल यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग टायर्ड एंड यू वांट टू गो टू अ कंफर्टेबल प्लेस एंड हैव सम गुड फूड. तो वो एंडलेस जर्नी वाला तो नहीं हुआ, बट पॉइंटलेस जर्नी यस आई हैव डन मैनी. कि भाई बाइक पे बैठ गए, कहाँ पहुंचेंगे ये नहीं पता. आई हैव डन दैट. मोहम्मद मुरादी सिंह से क्वेश्चंस करने में बहुत टाइम लगता है, क्या करूं भाई? क्वेश्चंस करते रहो, इवेंचुअली आपका जो टाइम है वो कम हो जाएगा. जितना ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना बेटर हो जाओगे. ठीक है. ओम, आई थिंक कैटलिसिस और अल्केमिस्ट दोनों पे काफ़ी अच्छी क्वालिटी है, तो आप वहाँ पे देख सकते हो. ठीक है. Tamil Arasan is asking, do you believe in God? Difficult question, man. I choose not to answer it right now. Noise, Aviral. Vignesh is saying that the deal is for light bulbs to not last more than 120 hours. Okay. Sarthak, something that I can't discuss on a public forum like this. Unfortunately. Shankar, yo man, take care. Naitik is saying, sir, sometimes I waste my time on thinking कि IIT नहीं होगा when I try to do more advanced questions, but later I do it. Suggest a belief that I... भाई देखो, तुमको खुद को पता है कि you are wasting your time. If you think IIT नहीं होगा तो waste मत करो ना टाइम को. It's very difficult to give a magic formula for these situations, man. It's just something that you'll have to figure out on your own and realize that yes, if you know you're wasting your time, then why waste your time? Sorry, man, I don't have a magic formula for that. Shubham is asking, what's the condition of monsoon in Bengaluru? Shubham, the condition of monsoon in Bengaluru, it just drizzles for some time during the day right now. At night, not even during the day. Like it was raining a little while back, now it has stopped raining. अभी तो यही चल रहा है. Yeah, so most of the day it's sunny. Just at night around 10 p.m. it just splashes a little, and that's it. Eventually, I think it's going to increase, but हाँ भाई अभी तो गर्मी ही है, दिन में तो गर्म है. By garam I mean 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's not really hot compared to the rest of the country right now. Shubham, yes, I've gone to the Sameer Hill in IIT in my first year. बस वो एक बार गया था फर्स्ट ईयर में, एक अंदर से चुल मचती है ना कि भाई सब कुछ देख लेंगे, तो बस वो समीर हिल गए और वापस आ गए, उसके बाद कभी नहीं गए. नेक्स्ट 4 years इन IIT नेवर, जस्ट फर्स्ट ईयर. सार्थक, हाँ भाई रैप किया है अपन ने, मस्त गाने रैप किए. गॉट योर आंसर. SKR is saying, why is the climate so good in Bangalore? It's because of the elevation of the place. Okay, बहुत ही मतलब बहुत ही प्यारा लोकेशन है यार बैंगलोर का. एक्चुअली it has to do with the elevation, and it has to do with the fact that it's almost at the middle of the coast from either side. Yeah, अब बैंगलोर से इधर जाओ या इधर जाओ, कोस्ट पे ऑलमोस्ट सेम टाइम पे पहुंचोगे, ठीक है. एंड सिंस द कोस्ट इज नॉट टू फार ऑफ ऑल्सो, so there's a very beautiful balance of things that happens in Bangalore. There's a decent amount of humidity, but it's not too humid, neither too dry. There's an elevation, so because of the elevation there's a good amount of cloud cover that the city experiences, and because of the elevation, of course, the temperatures are lesser. That's what, man. It's like a hill station that's placed in a very strategic location that it maintains its humidity very well. And then you can go on about topography and how the winds are getting affected by the geology, but that's too much detail. Even I don't know that much. Nitin, no, I haven't followed the Fantastic Beasts series, man. मैंने actually नहीं पढ़ी वो. I haven't watched it either. तो बढ़िया ना भाई, वंशी CSC तो और अच्छा है ना. See, always look at the silver lining. CSC is eventually better for your career opportunities because there's a wider variety. There's more opportunities available in CSC. तो बढ़िया ना भाई. Manu is saying, so do you think that your cracking IIT is worth it? हाँ भाई अच्छा था. अगर IIT नहीं होती तो कुछ और कर रहा होता, but IIT की हाँ अच्छा था यार. Whenever I look back at it, I think that हाँ I've done something good. Yeah. Not only the fact that I went to a good college, the way to accomplish it, the hardship that you have to go through, it teaches you a lot in life. Always looking at the good things. Lingeshwaran, no, I haven't here. No, I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick either. Vignesh, yeah, man, that's what 90% of the YouTubers are doing these days. Vignesh is saying, I don't get some chapters, should I listen to the classes now or after the first attempt? Bhai, abhi to dekho, it's too late to learn anything new. You just try to better whatever you know already. Sadak is saying, do you dream to have a life like Jordan Belfort? Never thought of it that way. मज़ेदार है उसकी कहानी, but ऐसा ड्रीम कभी नहीं किया कि ओहो मेरे को भी करना है. Nitin is saying, what kind of music are you listening to these days? Today I was listening to metal. Avenged Sevenfold, Tool, you know the band Tool. What's that band called? नाम ही भूल गया यार. System of a Down. That's what I was listening to today, man. Tamil, no, I don't know any South Indian language, man. I'm sorry. यार वो पता है क्या चक्कर है? Being a teacher who teaches things in an interesting manner, I just want someone to teach me Kannada in an interesting manner. Nothing against any other South Indian language, but since I live in Bangalore, learning Kannada is the most useful. बस कोई अच्छे से सिखाने वाला मिल जाए तो सीख लेंगे भैया. चलो people, it's been 1 hour 40 minutes. I can see there's a dip in the viewers as well. I'm sure you are done with the conversations by now, and I think I'll also take your leave. So just another 3 to 4 minutes and then I will end the session. Okay, that ending warning kind of thing. Tane, no, I don't have a Spotify playlist. Actually, I listen to music mostly on YouTube Music because of the sheer variety of catalog that there is on YouTube Music. 3 out of 5 songs that I listen to in my regular playlist, they are not on Apple Music, they are not on Spotify. I'm not kidding. I listen to such unconventional, weird music. I mean, it's fun to listen to. It's nothing unusual, but not very popular. So it's not there on Spotify or YouTube Music, and that's why I choose to stick to YouTube Music. Although when I want to listen to songs with a higher audio quality, I go with Apple Music because they offer lossless audio. Spotify, I haven't tried it lately, but earlier when I tried Spotify, it had a catalog worse than Apple Music and YouTube. Like you couldn't find a lot of songs on Spotify that I listen to, so that's why I just haven't gone there. Sarthak, actually not, bro, because there's nothing good about being in the jail. ये जो भी मतलब ड्रग डीलर्स एंड स्कैमर्स की कहानियां बताई जाती है मूवीज में, द पार्ट वेयर दे आर लिविंग इन जेल, इट्स नॉट शोन प्रॉपरली. Spending even one day behind the bars is a very difficult ordeal. I don't want to do it. Okay, तो मेरे को तो भाई उनकी ज़िंदगी चाहे वो जो मर्जी उखाड़ लें, I don't like that. Okay, I just don't. I don't promote nefarious activities of any sort whatsoever. I don't like it. Even songs that talk about violence and drugs, I don't like it, man. I don't listen to them. Tanay, yes, man. YouTube's algorithm is. I feel that Google knows you better than you know yourself. मनु सिंह तिवारी भैया, नहीं, हमें कोई शौक नहीं है शादी ब्याह का, सच बता रहे हैं. तने वेरी वेरी सून, मैन. आई एम गोना बिगिन माई लॉन्ग राइड फ्रॉम देयर इटसेल्फ. यूट्यूब म्यूजिक प्लेलिस्ट, नितिन यार मेरे वो ऑटोमेटिक डाउनलोड्स हैं, मतलब उसको शेयर कैसे करते हैं, आई एम नॉट श्योर. वंशी क्या बोलूं भाई मैं, हाउ डू आई से दिस. आई डोंट लाइक पॉपुलर मूवीज, आई एम सॉरी. Nitin, I do promote being chilled out in life and riding motorcycles. That's something that I'll always promote. Fompy, yes, man. Some people are too excited about the idea of me getting married. मतलब ये क्या, ये दुनिया भी बड़ी अजीब है भैया. ये शादी की आइडिया को इतना ग्लैमराइज कर रखा है ना दुनिया ने, लोगों को लगता है ओह अरे शादी तो भैया, अरे शादी तो बनती है भैया. अरे नहीं भाई, हमें नहीं करनी है. कभी करेंगे तो बता देंगे, पर अभी तो कोई इरादा नहीं है. मधुर, थैंक्स मैन. सिद्धार्थ, व्हाट्स अप ब्रो. मिस्टर अनंत सिंह, आई थॉट पंजाबियों का गर्म खून होता है. एज आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर ऑल्सो, telling everyone that humans are humans since day one. Basically, I don't fit into most of the stereotypes that people have for a person like me. Good, right? Sarthak, that's cool, man, but I don't follow comics diligently enough to think about it. But हाँ, शायद जा सकता हूँ. Good that you told me. If I'm able to go, I might. Tamil is saying, who's your inspiration? No one in specific, buddy, to be honest. अरे हाँ भाई शांतनु, लखनऊ. पक्का भाई, मैं यार दस्तरख्वां गया था कोई 4-5 साल पहले, 2017 एंड में कभी तो गया था वहाँ पे. पता नहीं, मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा लगा था, थोड़ा बहुत नहीं भी लगा था. नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं आऊँगा तो तुम बताना कहाँ जाए, ठीक है. Chronicles of Narnia, no, I haven't read that, Nitin. Vamsi, thanks, man. Chalo, people, that's it for this session of Casual Conversations. Next week, एक second. Next week, I think I will be able to do one on Thursday itself. Let me just see the calendar once. 23rd, हाँ, तो 23rd को I think I can do another session. So next Thursday also most likely this is gonna happen. we'll see each other once again. A lot of you will have your J going on at that time. No need to join it if you want to study. Okay, if you want to chill, you can come to the session. If you want to study, then please don't come to that session. जितने भी लोग होंगे गप्पे मार लेंगे अपन. बाकी हाँ, I hope you enjoyed this one, and कल नहीं तो परसों, tomorrow or day after, I'm gonna put the next vlog, and I'm hoping to, as usual, be more regular at it. Let's see if that happens or not. A very beautiful, very long series coming up very soon because I'm going on a super long ride. So Hanji, that's it from my side in this one. Thank you so much for joining in. If any of your questions is left and you are just bursting to ask that, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. Chalo ji. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. All the best for your examination.